Hello there!
And welcome back to another video! This episode is going to be drawing my smug squirrel character, Marshall. He's also one of the really popular ones, and I'm here to state right in the beginning of the video that I have failed as a YouTuber because this entire clip of me doing this pencil drawing of Marshall is going to be out of focus. The final pan, when it's all done, is going to be in focus because I filmed that separately, but I didn't check that when my phone was recording it wasn't blurry, so it just, all I needed to do was tap once on my phone screen so it would focus, and I did not do that, so this entire clip is blurry, and I'm very sorry. If you want to skip this episode because it's not going to improve, then I wouldn't blame you. However, I do want to say that because I felt so bad that this was blurry, I went on later to do a like humanoid version of Marshall in Procreate to tack onto the end of this. So if you stick through this slightly blurry pencil drawing, then you get to see that. But also, I don't know, it's blurry, but it's not impossible to make out what's happening. I'm just very sad that this turned out blurry. So sad. But anyway, Marshall is, I think, the first out of the final 10 villagers that I got. So what happened is that my friend Kat, she got Marshall, but she didn't really like him that much. So when I was visiting her town, I saw that she had him, and I was like, oh my god, I love him. And she's like, well, you can have him when he decides to move. And I was like, oh my god, yes please. Because she's a fan of crankies and lazies. She's not the biggest fan of the Smug Villagers, but Smug Villagers are my favourites. So yeah, when Marshall decided to leave, I kicked out Humphrey, the cranky hamster. That Humphrey did end up actually just taking Marshall's own house in Cat's Village, which was hilarious. But yeah, I got him, and it was, yeah, I already had at that point Zell, which is another smug villager, so I had two smugs, but I really liked Zell. I ended up having to get rid of Zell later, and you'll see why when we get to that episode. But yeah, I don't know, Marshall, I really like Marshall. I fell in love. I never had him in New Leaf. I don't think he existed in Wild World, but when I was really into playing Pocket Camp, they had just added Marshall as a rustic style, like, villager. That's what they called it, because they have their like fashion and furniture preferences as like personality types or something instead of like their actual personality types, though I think they might be linked. Anyway, so I saw Marshall in Pocket Camp and I was like obsessed with him. He's like adorable, so cute, and I was surprised he wasn't a cranky because his eyes make him look like he should be a cranky. But anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of his like puffer vest jacket things, so Marshall was the villager I give the most clothes to, so I gave him like a career jacket, I gave him like blazer, I gave him I accidentally gave him a policeman's uniform, I think, and he wears that one a lot. But anyway, I give him a lot of clothes. His favourite one is a grey jumper with like a scarf on it. I think it's called like jumper with muffler or something like that, but he wears that one a lot because it's winter in my village. But either way, I was so happy that I got to keep Marshall, and Kat was so willing to give Marshall to me because obviously a couple weeks previous to that I traded her Punchy, and I miss Punchy dearly, but I have the lazy that I wanted now, so it's alright. I still get to visit Punchy all the time when I go to Cat's Village. And yeah, I'm just so bummed that this footage turned out blurry. Like, what is wrong with me? Well, it's another learning opportunity where I should just double check that when I'm filming, when I hit like start recording, that it's in focus. But either way, the drawing is not like my favourite out of the 10 that I did, but I did think it was like the easiest to do. Just Marshall's shapes are really round, cute and even, and then writing his name was kind of annoying because he's one of the longer names, and this was the beginning of the stretch where I did all of the villages that had longer names, one after the other except for the last one, just so that I could get the long name writing out of the way. But here we're about to look at the final pan of it. It's not blurry anymore, there you go. It's my drawing of Marshall. Now really quick, because I feel so bad, we're jumping into the Procreate little drawing. It's gave you a kind of spoiler of what it's going to look like, but I decided, I've seen these all over the place of people just turning the villagers into humans, and I love the idea of it, and I wanted to do something a little bit more elaborate with that concept where I would like actually try to work some of my character design muscles into it, but I did this one as a fairly faithful interpretation of it, like the most simple way that I interpreted Marshal as a human, and I didn't even change out his outfit. I would have changed his outfit in a heartbeat, but I didn't really have time to like sort through the clothes in the game to try to plan a full human's outfit for him. But either way, I feel having this little digital Procreate drawing tacked onto the end might make up for the fact that you had to sit through a very blurry colour pencil illustration until now. And yeah, I really do like Marshal's colour palette. I always liked the Squirrel Villagers. My favourite in Wild World was Pecan, even though she's a snooty. I never really liked Peanut, even though I had her both in Wild World and in New Leaf, but I'm happy that my squirrel this time around is Marshal. But yeah, that's it for this day's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in 2 days with the next villager.